Lively is on the mound for the visitors in this NL wildcard matchup.
5 days.
The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
From a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Into the box, Ben Lively, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a bunt attempt here, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there, and sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Standing in now, Pete James. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Long throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that...
Hey, that's a great pitch right there. 0-0 change up to a great hitter. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Swing and oh my, hit him with the high. Looking up is Contreras into the bleachers and gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, and the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead. Lofted in the air out toward right center. This one, so he'll take it for the first out. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
J.D. Davis will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners in the corners and 1 out in the inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Dribbled to the right side. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2. Here it is on 3-0. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So in now for Chicago, Jason Hayward. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. As a look, now the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Into the box now, Cody Bellinger, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Comes set and the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Inside corner, it's 1-2.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taking all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back.
And the 32nd pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. It's the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Leading off the inning, Charles Barr, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Now the pitch. This is pulled into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Running hard, he's digging for second. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Barr takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the park. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
Brian Shaw has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Brian Shaw. Now batting, the center fielder, Alex Verdugo.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now. Dan. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th inning is set to get underway. Justin Wilson enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Stepping into the box, Byron Bond will be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. It's now 5-2 Philadelphia. Mario Tejeda is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
Mario Tejeda.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out. The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Pedro Severino will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Fastball here is will take a look at ball one, 1-0.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
And these wild card games are hard enough, as your entire season rests on 9 innings of baseball. But they put aside all the distractions that come with playing on the road and handled their business. Now it's on to the division series, one step closer to the World Series title.
Winner moves on. Losers sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild card game. It's the one-game American League wild card playoff between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. Coming to the plate now, Gary Sanchez.
Leading off for the Yankees, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Springer to the track. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
And I'm not necessarily saying stolen bases. Just being aggressive on the base pass, putting the defense on their heels, taking the extra base. Maybe that's send from first to home. That's what I'm hoping to see.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Trevor Story. And the Astros are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Because of the way it's designed, and he adds another one, heading to third for the three-bagger.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. He will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Judge looks up. And they take the lead. It's gone. So it's a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber. And the Astros will move out in front here 3-2.
Yeah, with one out and a runner on third, he just wanted to lift one to the outfield to move across the run. But he does a heck of a lot more than that by lifting it right over the fence.
So a runner stands at third. One man is out. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch coming. Here it is. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, Devo. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the runner.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Gone after 5 1/3 here as he never really found his groove in this one. Randall Delgado enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Trevor Story will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will land foul shy of the wall. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. No hits to this point. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
George Springer.
Digging in and looking for more, George Springer. His previous meetings with Randall Delgado, batting .500, 5 for 10. He also has 1 home run. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 1-0. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
The 1-0 is a sinker in the zone, called a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it. You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Astros plate 1 on a couple of hits. 7th inning coming up. Astros lead this one 4-2. Back here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. It's on to the 7th now with the Astros on top in this one. And as the final warm-up tosses are thrown, let's get a look at our game summary through 6 innings. Here's Ryan McMahon now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
Brian Flynn takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Brian Flynn.
Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Down the third baseline. And this will get by him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back-to-back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Now at the plate, Gerardo Parra, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. McMahon at third. Vasquez is at second with nobody out. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, he might be feeling a little bit of a sting there, but he can take comfort in knowing that he represents the go-ahead run. That could turn out to be a huge hit by pitch.
Steve Cishek is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. The next 3-2. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Wow, they went to the pen because they like the matchup, and what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run, so much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Gene Segura. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First pitch of the at-bat. And all 3 runners on the move here. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
The runner in scoring position. The sac fly brings that run, and this is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Row?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
And he comes back with one in there for a high strike.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team the lead.
Grounded to short. Story picks it up, and that's the second out.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
So striding in, Aaron Judge, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a big strikeout there would leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. Time to get up and stretch here at Minute Maid Park, and we are tied 4-4.
Number 3, Mike Zunino.
Now at the plate, Mike Zunino. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. All knotted up. 4-4 the score here in the 7th. And right into the shift. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Man, as we take another look at this in slow motion, you can see that the first baseman makes a great effort to scoop it out of the dirt. Almost had it, but it squirts out of the pocket, and the man's on board with a throwing error.
Into the box now, Darren Norman, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Houston. Still all square at 4 apiece. Andres Medrano has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Andres Medrano.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats. Liner in there for a base hit.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. From the stretch. This is line to left. In there, a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? 1st and 3rd. You got problems all over the place.
Boy, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting an inning fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, 1st and 3rd, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. So a gutsy call there, as that takes some serious stones to call the suicide squeeze this late in the game, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. Felipe Vasquez takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
73. Leading off in the bottom of the ninth, center fielder, George Springer.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
In now, Kyle Schwarber. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. On to first, and now the Astros are up against it, down to their final out now.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Now at the plate, Matt Duffy, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
And these wild card games are hard enough, as your entire season rests on 9 innings of baseball. But they put aside all the distractions that come with playing on the road and handled their business. Now it's on to the division series, one step closer to the World Series title.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
He was one of a few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
Play ball.